Hello, clarinet players. Welcome to your week 5 lesson. First thing that we're going to do is put together the whole clarinet and then make sure that our reed looks exactly like this. So it is the same amount of mouthpiece showing behind the reed when you go like this, and then the same amount of reed showing behind the mouthpiece when you go like this. That's how you know it's nice and even. So go ahead and pause the video until your clarinet is constructed. We're only going to need the upper joint, barrel, mouthpiece, reed, and ligature for today. All right, now that we've got that all constructed, we're going to take our right hand, put it all the way around the barrel. That way our left hand can play all these keys. Okay, our thumb is going to close this hole right here. Our first finger, index finger, is going to go right here, middle finger right here, and then your third finger is going to close the hole right here. Go ahead and practice that. And then when you release your fingers, you should be able to see little circles, and they should be on the squishy part of your finger right here, not the tip or the side of your finger. Make sure it's the squishiest part, that way you get an even seal with all the holes. The note that you get when you don't have any fingers pressed down at all is the note G. Here's what it sounds like. The next note down is going to be F. That is with your thumb covering the back button. Let's go ahead and play F. 1 and 2 and F and go. Next up is E. It's going to be thumb with your first finger. Ready? 1 and 2 and E and go. And next one on our list is going to be D. That's going to be your thumb, your first finger, and your second finger. Make sure your second finger is not on this little key down here, the metal one. It's got to be covering the whole. Second finger, this is D. And finally, the last note on your left hand is going to be C. That's covering the last finger. Now, it sounds a little bit weird since we don't have the rest of the instrument attached, but this is what it sounds like with the top half only. Here is C. So all together we have. You can tell it kind of sounds a little bit weird. Please do not try this at home, but this is what it sounds like with the full instrument put together. Again, I don't want you to do this at home because you can break it. So we're going to do this in school first. Here's what it should sound like with everything. But with only the top half, like what we have now, it's going to sound like this. You can tell it's a little bit off, but that's what we're going to do for now, just to practice our left hand fingers. All right, now please take out your 5th grade band warm-ups. And we're going to start at the beginning. That lowest note is actually where we just ended, C. Okay, so letter A starts with C, then measure 3. Guess what? You just lift up one finger. Lift up one finger for D in measure 3. Measure 5 is going to be E. You just lift up one finger. There we go. Then measure 7 is going to be F. You just lift up one finger, your first finger, like that. And then 9 is going to be G. You lift up your thumb for no fingers at all. Let's go ahead and play letter A. Ready? And 1 and 2, starting with all the fingers. 1 and 2, and ready, and go. Rest. 2, next D, lift one finger. Next E, 2 fingers. Next F, just your thumb. Now G, no fingers at all. Great job. job. That was letter A. Now, look ahead to letter B. You'll notice letter B is the same notes as letter A, except there's no breaks in between. In addition, letter B, the notes are half notes, and letter A, the whole notes. A whole note looks like a big old circle, and that takes up the whole measure in letter A. You'll notice that only one note fits in each measure. In letter B, those are half notes. That's like a circle with a little line, a stem, okay? And that is a half note. It takes up half the measure. Since there's 4 beats in the whole measure, if we take up half of those 4 beats, a half note, we'll only get 2 of our beats. So it starts on C, and then you lift 1 finger at a time until you get to G. Then for letter B, you start to go back down. F, E, D, back down to C. Now, this has a lot of notes and there's no stopping in between. So please practice A a couple times until you can get it perfectly. Then we can move on to letter B. Here's letter B. 1 and 2, starting on C. 1 and 2, letter B, and go. And there we go. If we put together our instrument, here's what it will sound like. 1 and 2, all right, and go. So that's what this one was going to sound like when we put the whole thing together, but please wait to put the whole thing together. We're just working with the upper joint for right now. Have fun practicing.